Well, hello everybody. This is Dulcimer Rehab video number 2. So if you're wondering the context of it, 2 weeks ago from tomorrow, I broke my left arm here. So I've kind of been documenting my process of getting back into the dulcimer playing, since that was limited at first. But the good news is that my recovery is going well. It was bad enough they had to put plates and screws in, so that's not a good thing. But the good thing about that is that my arm is actually stable enough that they're already having me starting to do exercises. So I've kind of got like moving my hand this way and moving my fingers all around. Those things are hard, and I don't have much mobility yet. But I also have this more stable brace, but I can take it off to do the exercises and stuff. But they also said I could go ahead and start playing the dulcimer, obviously as much as is comfortable, not going to hurt myself or anything. But they thought it'd be a good way, as some of you were saying, to get some strength back into my fingers. So the good thing is, these 4 fingers, good motion, nothing really hurts as I'm going like this. I have some amount of strength. My thumb is going to be hard to get back, so I'm not playing with that yet. The thing that really hurts is wrist mobility. That's what I'm lacking right now. So chord shapes are not really going to be a great option right now. And sliding very fast kind of aggravates my wrist a little bit, so I obviously better to leave the brace on while I'm playing the dulcimer. But I'm going to show you what I am able to do so far. Also, I meant to show this a long time ago. Last summer, a guy named Scott Connor wrote me a message while I was starting to build these so-called stick dulcimers, and he said, well, I could build you a box for one of those sticks. And I'm like, sure. So he made me this really nice walnut box, sent it to me in the mail, and then I made the stick to put on top of it. Still haven't cut the strings, but that's fine. So it's been really nice. Kind of made it in I think it's in G. I can't remember if it's G or A, but I think it's G. Just kind of a dulcimer. I put the double strings on there just for fun. So this has been fun to mess around with. I'm using it now partially because the scale length is shorter, and so that's easier to fret. But so I'll just go ahead and play a couple songs real quick. I might have had a YouTube video on these already, but I don't remember. So you can see I'm able to do a decent amount. Kind of lost some mobility, but I can, like I say, I can move my fingers up and down like this, but kind of crossing them over like this kind of stuff is a little harder. So I'm kind of just trying to keep them straight and avoid moving my wrist. Little pains, but it's not really that bad. So then I was also going to show you what I've actually found easier to play so far is this, which you probably don't know what it is. Um, so my roommate plays the banjo, clawhammer style, and I thought, hey, I'd love to learn that. So he showed me some things, and I kind of got it, but I could never figure out how to use his thumb. It just always felt awkward to me, and it never felt natural. And so I decided to make my own banjo that would work for the way I wanted to play it, which was I basically the short string would normally be on this side, closer to me. But I moved it down, decided to add another short string just because I could, and then added an extra low string again just because why not, since I'm going to go to the trouble of building this. So what I've got here, let me see if I can get the notes right. I think this is, should be C, G, C, G, B, D, A. I got that wrong, hang on. So if that's C, G, no, that'd have to be, anyway, I don't remember the tuning, but it sounds cool. So I've actually been playing it on my lap even before I broke my arm because it's more comfortable. For me, I just always have found it more comfortable. Still not going to use my thumb, but I'll show you what I've been doing with that too. And so I'm kind of just using a rolling style, use these two, either of these two as drones, and then pick the melody, so. So anyway, this is really fun too. I think it works well for what I'm doing now because there's more strings, there's just more range of the open strings here, and so I can do less of moving my hand and focus more on getting individual notes with this hand, and so it actually is a lot easier in my left hand anyway. So if you guys are curious, this drum head here is actually a pop bottle. Got the idea online. You just get a pop bottle or a similar type of plastic. You can staple or tack it on, and then you get a heat gun and it shrinks. You just kind of wave it over the drum head after you've stapled it on. It gets nice and tight. So that's really fun. So anyway, recovery's going well. I've got about 4 weeks to go on just proceeding with no weight bearing on this arm, just kind of doing exercises, getting some mobility and strength back into my hand. I did my exercises right before playing this, and it's a lot easier to play after doing the exercises than before, just because it loosens up my wrist a little bit. So I'll keep you posted. It's been very interesting to see just how the dulcimer works. I think there's a lot of people who play guitar for many years, and then as they get older and their wrist kind of doesn't work as well, they end up switching to the dulcimer because it really is a lot easier on your wrist. And I'm seeing that because I really can't move my wrist, and yet I can play the dulcimer, a little bit at least. And so I think that's one of the strengths of the dulcimer, is that you can do a lot with it, but you can also do just a little bit with it, and it still is really fun, because it just is more ergonomic, and you can just kind of put your hand there. Um, I'm constrained in a brace, but like you can imagine, if I was trying to come up and play a guitar, um, first of all, I'd have to be twisting my arm so that my palm was up, which is one of the motions they're trying to get me back to being able to do. It's hard for me now. And then I gotta curl my wrist. And that's just like putting all kinds of torque everywhere, and your fingers are uncomfortable. This dulcimer, you just put it down. So I say the dulcimer is amazing. We should keep playing it. I'm gonna keep working on getting back into playing it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.